Hello, YouTube. All right, welcome back to another exciting Cooking with Denoy episode. In this episode, we are actually going to try to cook up this Maruchan ramen noodle sriracha chicken flavor. And rather than just cooking this noodle with nothing but the flavoring packet, I thought I would go ahead and throw in some chicken, some real chicken that I got from Walmart. Assuming that is really chicken from Walmart. It is the rotisserie chicken that I bought. And what I did was I cut up pieces and stuff and saving it at work in the refrigerator. But I decided to grab a chunk of it. So I got a little bit of chicken here that I'm going to be using with this sriracha chicken flavor ramen noodle soup. I also have a salad mix here that I bought from Walmart and tossed in a little bit of onions. So I'm going to cook this like normal, which is basically putting it on the stove here with some hot water. So the first thing we're going to do is just start the stove up. You'll notice I did switch to the Coleman stove because the other one was not lighting up. So hopefully this one will light up better. I'm going to go ahead and start that up. Turn that on, engage, and it is lit. So here is our pot. And we are just going to add some water. So just a little bit of water. I can probably turn that down just a little bit. Maybe I don't need it so hot. A little bit of water. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit so that we don't burn through the fuel. Want it hot, but not super hot. And basically all we're going to do is just boil water, add the noodles. So we're going to open this guy up here. And you can see it is just like the standard ramen noodles. I don't think this is any different than their regular ramen. And I'm simply just going to toss this right in there. Now, what is going to be different is this. The sriracha chicken flavoring. And you can see the packet there. Sriracha chicken. So instead of their standard chicken or beef, we're going to try the sriracha chicken. But before we do that, I am going to add some chicken. So let me clean my hands here and some water. I'm going to take our chicken here. And I think we're going to go with the chicken wings. Not chicken wings, but chicken wings. Trash can ready here. And I am going to just break off some chicken to toss in there. You know, if I tried to make this meal without using real chicken and stuff, and just use the flavoring packet, it's going to taste terrible. Because all you're going to be having is just the ramen noodles and the flavoring packet. That's pretty much it. So I think it's important when you're making these noodles that you add stuff like fresh vegetables, to make it more like a real meal. Now, getting chicken and stuff like that might be a little hard if you're in a van. But if you have like a little cooler, you might be able to save chicken for 1 or 2 days. I'm actually saving the chicken at work. I bought it, they now, some of the Walmarts are freezing the chicken, the rotisserie chicken. So I get this for $4.50. And it was basically stuff they cooked that nobody bought. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more meat and breast meat. So we're going to toss this in there. Starting to look good already. Doesn't that look good? Okay. I'm going to let that kind of boil up. Should take about 2 or 3 minutes. It is starting to boil. You know what I did with all my forks. Put my forks into the van. I got these little tiny forks. So this is pretty much it. It is boiling right now. The chicken is cooking up. Obviously going to add some chicken flavor. And you know what? I think I'm going to add a little bit more water. Just a little bit more water to give it a little bit more soupiness. There we go. And as the noodle starts to boil, it will start to absorb that water and start to puff out. Right now, this isn't any different than the normal noodles. Now, what I normally do when I cook this, I usually use only like half a packet of the flavoring. So I'm not sure how much to use on this. I might use a full packet, but they tend to be super salty. But because it's a new one, and I want to see if it's really going to be like the Sriracha flavoring, I'm going to go ahead and try to do what they're recommending, which is like a full packet. I'm going to go ahead and open this up and rip it up and pour it in there and get it to mix with everything. Look at that. It's already different. It's kind of reddish, which is like the Sriracha coloring. So that's going to mix in there. Starting to smell good. So we're going to mix that in, get that Sriracha flavoring, in theory. Don't really know if this is going to work or not. And I am going to add some vegetables. Take some... Oh, it's hot. The steam coming off the thing is super, super hot. I'm going to take some onions. Toss in a couple onions. Here we go, some onions. A couple more little onions. Okay. And then some greens. I'm trying to make sure I don't put any more onions in there, because I'm saving onions. I'm saving some for another cooking session. Because I suspect this isn't going to fill me up. Alright. So we got our greens in there. I'm going to mix that up. Matter of fact, at this point, we're going to turn the heat off. Oh, thing just popped up. Alright, we turn off the heat. I think it's pretty much done. I don't like my greens super cooked. I kind of want it almost like raw, because I think you get the maximum nutrition, and also it makes the dish a little bit crunchy. So that is what I currently have. I have Sriracha flavored ramen noodles. The packet was, I think, like 20 cents or something. It's really cheap. And now we are going to try this out. Let me get a little bowl. See if we can't rinse off my bowl here. Alright. So you get a little bowl. And we're going to put together our serving. So let's see what we got going on here. There's our serving bowl. Sorry that things are... Oh, I'll bring it down a little bit so you can get a better view. There we go. My assistant is still needing some work. Having a bit of a focusing issue. I gotta train this assistant a little bit better. Anyhow, this is our... Oh man, it's hot, 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 hot. One of the things about having a metal pot handle is that you got to remember to grab it with gloves or something. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Let me get that to focus. But this is what the Sriracha noodles look like. Now the question is, how's it going to taste? So I am going to try to scoop that here and hopefully try not to spill it everywhere. Okay. Look at that. This is just one packet of noodles. But with the vegetables and the meat thrown in there, it's looking like a pretty good sized meal. It might actually fill me up. I might not be able to make another meal. I was thinking about making a second noodle using the other one that I have, which is the picante chicken. So this is what it looks like right now. Sriracha chicken. And I'm wondering if I have some peppers or something that I can toss in here. I could toss in some, rinse this real quick. Rinsing my pot to try to keep it clean here. And we're kind of conserving water, so we're recycling water. Doesn't that look good? Look at that steam. This might not be faux, but something that could be cooked up easily, and you could do this in a van as well, because the rice cooker can cook this in the van. But now I'm looking to see if I have anything that I can add. And it turns out I do have some of this pepper. This is hot chili peppers. So what I'm going to do is garnish it with hot chili pepper. Take a hot chili pepper here and garnish it just like that. There. How does that look? Doesn't that look delicious looking? Look at that meal. Believe it or not, this whole meal, if you split the cost, the chicken was $4.50, but it's going to serve as about 3 or 4 meals. So let's say $1 for the chicken, then 20 cents or so for the noodles, and then it was $1 for the peppers, which last forever because I'll be able to use it. It was like $2 for the salad. So this meal is probably like $1.50 because we're adding chicken and all these other ingredients. So a little bit expensive, honestly. But let's go ahead and do a little taste test and see what it tastes like. This is my first time having this Sriracha chicken, and so I'm kind of eager to see what it tastes like. Let's try it out. I guess it makes sense to get some chicken in the first bite, right? It is supposed to be Sriracha chicken. Look at that. Look at this noodle. Doesn't that look so good? So we're going to wrap that up a little bit. All that steam coming off. Ooh, looks so good. Look at that. I'm going to take that and some pepper and bite it. Okay. It's actually pretty good. But the problem is I had so much other stuff in it, like the pepper. So I'm just gonna try noodles by itself with the Sriracha sauce coating that they give. Other than that, of course we've also got some chicken in there and the vegetables. So that's gonna change the flavor a little bit. But I just want to taste it with the Sriracha without having the hot pepper, just to see what this tastes like. It really doesn't taste that spicy to me. Matter of fact, it tastes kind of sweet. So, that could, of course, be our onions that we tossed in there, but honestly, it doesn't taste spicy. Now, Sriracha, I know some people think that Sriracha sauce is spicy, but when I have it, it's not too spicy. It tastes a little bit spicy, but not too much. More sweetness than spicy. But here, I think the Sriracha sauce itself is more sweet than it is hot. It's kind of messed up. It's sweet and not hot. But I'm going to have it again. Let's try another taste test. Bite off a little piece of pepper with it. And you know what? This dinner is hitting the spot. Not bad for $1.50 dinner. Because it's got real meat, got fresh vegetables. Well, pretty fresh. And the Sriracha is different than the regular ones that I normally have with the chicken one. I normally get the chicken one, but I only use half the packet of seasoning. This one tastes pretty good, but it could be because of all the salt that they put in there. I don't know. I'd have to read. I didn't even read all the ingredients and how much, how much salt and stuff they had in this. But I suspect there's a lot of salt in it. But yeah, if you haven't had the Sriracha Ramen Noodle from Maruchan, or whatever they are, it's definitely worth trying out. But like I say, I would recommend having it with real chicken and doing it like I do here, where you're making more of a real dish than just the noodles with the seasoning packet and water. But I suppose if you're, broke or whatever, you could probably have the noodles with the seasoning packet and it would be better than having nothing. But I don't think you're going to get the full experience of having a nice meal. So if you can afford getting some chicken, some old chicken, leftover chicken, some salad or frozen vegetable that you can toss in there like I did, and maybe even a fresh pepper, this is definitely a meal worth cooking up. And that wraps it up for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this Cooking with Dinoy episode and enjoyed me making this dish. It is a flavor I will probably pick up again because it tastes, to me, I think, better than the chicken one because it has a little bit of a kick to it. So until next time, everyone, take care. God bless you all. Stay warm wherever you are. And you are each in my thoughts and prayers. Bye-bye now.